and I'm sitting here in the car waiting for my daughter to get done with school. I'm trying to figure out why. Because usually at the beginning of the week, on a Monday, you hitting the week, fresh energy, bunch of ideas, things that you want to take action on, and you just have so much optimism and positivity and just so much fuel to really get things done. And that fuel for me is probably peaking right now, midweek on a Thursday afternoon, just peaking. I feel incredible. Ideas are just running. Not only am I having ideas that just flow and it makes sense and it's adding value, it can add value to folks. It's the ability for me to take action. And over the last probably about, I would say about a week or so, I've been doing things a little bit differently. Obviously, I'm a hypnotherapist, so I help people rewire their subconscious mind to help them get to where they want to go further and faster. In a nutshell, that's the short of it. But what I've actually started to do myself is my own protocols that I've been creating and using on my clients. And it's it's pretty good. I like where things are, and I love where things are going. Just using these simple protocols. I start out with the breathing technique, then I do a body scan or some type of visualization when I close my eyes and really just relax myself and just really just start seeing how I want my days to play out, seeing how I want certain tasks to get done, how I want certain meetings to happen, and it's really really powerful. It may seem obvious to you, like you're a hypnotherapist. Why don't you do this yourself? Which you do to other people, but sometimes I get so, I would say, lost in the shuffle, just putting my full focus into trying to serve people and help people, that I forget that the I am, or the better I feel, the sharper I am, or being able to see things with more clarity, not only can help them, but help me as well. So I've been doing these protocols for the past probably about a week or so, and I feel incredible. I feel sharp. I'm setting new goals that I've never thought about setting before, and I feel extremely optimistic about not only achieving them but exceeding my own expectations. And that is mind blowing. It's mind blowing. I was in self hypnosis earlier today, and the things that I was visualizing was so powerful to me. I can feel myself shaking while in hypnosis. I'm literally shaking, and it felt as if I was charging up or powering up like a Dragon Ball Z cartoon or something like that. I just felt like I was really charging myself up. And I really just wanted to hop on live and just share that with you guys. I don't know if you guys have rituals or protocols and things like that you do, but man, they are important. They are powerful, especially when you can make time for them and do them consistently. I'm about a weekend, and I'm starting to really not only lock in and become better and better at hypnosis, but what else I want to do with it. Do I want to just do one-to-one hypnosis or group hypnosis, or do I want to travel and speak to folks or do group presentations outside of my home country? Um, these ideas and these thoughts are coming to me, and I'm happy about them. I'm excited about them, and I'm fired up about what's happening now, but also what's next. So I just want to invite you guys, if you don't have any protocols or any rituals that you guys are doing on a daily, consistent basis, I want to share some of my tips with you guys. So, and I hope it helps. And take it or leave it. It's about you and your growth. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But for me, first getting to a state of relaxation is super important. And I've seen that people who do meditation and things like that, they have the best results with hypnosis because their mind is already wired for it. But if you're not there yet, no worries. For me, the easiest thing to do when you're trying to relax and get into a relaxed or hypnotic state, you start with breathing. simple breathing technique that I do for my clients when we jump in the session. They're already starting to do it because they know what's coming. And it's simple. It's the 1 minute reset, I call it. And it's basically 5 rounds of inhaling the nose for 3 seconds and then holding for 3 seconds and then exhaling out your mouth for 6 seconds. You do that times 5, not a math guy here, but 60 seconds. So I call it the 60-second reset. And I start there. And what that does is that gets your body out of fight or flight. And that fight or flight is no good for you. It doesn't allow you to relax, obviously, and it doesn't allow you to see or think clearly. So we get you out of that fight or flight, and we get you into what you call rest and digest in the parasympathetic system. So once you get to that state, you're already relaxing and calming down. And typically, let me back up. What I typically do is I sit down in a nice sturdy position and I start shaking. Shake my hands out. In my mind, I'm visualizing me letting go, of me shaking off any doubt, fear, worry, anxiety, any of those things. So that's step 1. Then step 2 would be breathing, the 1 minute reset, 3, 3, 6, 5 times. I would do that. And then I would close my eyes. Just allow your eyes to close. And then what I would do is something that's called progressive relaxation or a body scan, whatever term you prefer. But what you do is you basically put relaxing energy from your head all the way down to your feet. And me personally, when I work in sessions, either one-on-one or with groups, I have my clients visualize what I call a calming cloud. And I say that the cloud is your favorite color. And what that does is that makes it more real, more distinct, something to grab onto for the mind. And I have that calming cloud move from the top of your head all the way down to your feet. And there's some subtle things that I say in there. Like you may notice, depending on who I'm talking to, you may notice all the thoughts of the day passing into the background as you go deeper and deeper. You may notice your eyes fluttering and getting heavier and heavier, things like that. And I just work all the way down to the body. It's a few areas that I want to hit because that signals that you're going to take notice. For example, one of the ways to know that the body's relaxing if you have the urge to swallow, right? If your jaw loosens, your shoulders drop, things like that. Lets your body know that you're going into a relaxed state. So I go all the way down, do that body scan or that progressive relaxation all the way down through the soles of the feet, and then back up and make it twice as nice. It's like I said, I learned that from one of my instructors. So make it twice as nice, twice as deep, and moving up all the way through your head. And from there, it's another count, counting down from 5 to 0. In my mind, I still snap sometimes. That's typically where I do a snap with my clients. I count you down from 5 to 0. 0 means deep sleep, of course, and you won't be asleep. You won't go to sleep, but you'll be in a deep state of relaxation. And you'll get to this state every time I say deep sleep, quickly, calmly, and the physical body will relax. So that's a little bit what I do inside a session. But for me, I'll do the same thing. I'll count myself down 5 to 0. I'll even snap, or sometimes I just see my fingers snapping in my own mind. So either way works. Then after that, I will do a staircase. And when I say staircase, it's 20 steps up all the way down to 0. And typically I will visualize myself at the top of that staircase, my left hand on the handrail. And as I step off with the left foot, I'll tell myself, knowing every single step down is going to bring you to a deeper state of hypnosis, make you more and more relaxed. And just keep telling myself that all the way down as I continue counting. Then I get down to 0. Like I would do with a client, I would say deep sleep and snap. I do it myself too, or I just see it in my mind. I get down to that state and I'm completely relaxed at this point. And then I start playing around. I would either put myself on a journey, or if there's things that I want to work on, or things I want to improve, I would go probably to a control room, which is a quick way to have change, real transformation happening in a control room. So you put yourself in this control room. And for me, I would typically give myself or my clients like a control panel with my name on it. And depending on the issue, I would have it already lined out, the 3 dials on this control panel. It could be something like, it can be confidence, being able to see things with clarity, or remain calm. So you can do those three things. You can do one thing. You can just have your subconscious mind right up there. The thing that you feel like you need to work on most is totally up to you. So I would do that, and then of course after I leave out of the control room, I would shut that door, blocking any negativity from getting inside that safe, special place. Then I would just go on a journey, and typically on that journey, I would say things like, either I'm working with a client or I'm saying it to myself. I would say things like, every step on this journey, on this path to your special place, boosts your confidence or your ability to stay calm, or every step you're releasing things that no longer serve you. You can really mess around with it when you go on the journey. So I would do something like that. Then, depending on the issue, if it's just a light, quick session, after that journey and making those movements on that special path towards my special place, I can count myself out and up. Like I did, counted myself down 5 to 0, or I can go 0 to 5 right back up. It depends on what's going on, how I'm feeling, and also who I'm working with and what their needs are, because you can do a lot on the journey. You can do things like have a backpack where you have things in your backpack that no longer serve you. And you can take that person, that client, to a calm body of water and have them offload those items. And I've heard some crazy stories about things like that. So it's cool how you can really mix and match and do what's going to work best for the client. So it's just so much you can do with hypnosis. And typically, when I'm working with clients, I tell them these changes that we're making, they're happening in real time. Or I would say things like, you will notice a change as soon as right now, or throughout the rest of the week. It depends on who I'm talking to and who I'm working with, but you can really play around with a lot of things, and it's based on how people learn, how people take in information. For me, for example, I take information best directly. So if I'm on a journey or somebody doing hypnosis on me, they will give me direct suggestions, like that control room that I talked about. You see that control room, you're doing up, go in. For somebody who more inferred, or you have to allow them to have control, you can say things like, I notice, or I wonder if you see a door that has control room on it. Things like that. So they have to find it themselves. They have to give them those suggestions themselves. They doing it all themselves. You just planting seeds, and they're moving along. Instead of somebody like me, where you just tell them the thing and they go do it. So you mix and match depending on who you're talking to, who you're working with. But it's just so powerful how hypnosis works and how it can really transform people's lives. And I say a lot of times, like, you can see real change in minutes, not months, like you would do in traditional talk. It's just so powerful how the mind works, and how when you understand it, how you can get change to happen much faster and get people to their goals as quickly as possible. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. You can tell I'm excited. I got a lot to share today. Things are going great. I hope you guys are having a great week as well. And I will see you guys on the next one. If you guys have any questions about hypnosis, you can reach out to me on all the socials, Derek Wally Anderson. And be on the lookout. I'm doing another Calming the Storm live to help you relax your nervous system. I'll be doing that again next Wednesday. So reach out if you have any questions. I hope you all are doing well. I pray that you guys have a blessed day. I'll see you. Bye now.